from ride 3 of the Lockdown Sunday Zwift stream, and we are heading around the Watopia Flats. So it's a nice easy ride for the next hour. You can jump in the chat and come say hello, and next week we will be moving on to our final ride, so if you do want to get involved in that, drop us a comment down below and we will let you know how to join in. So there's 5 of us this week, and I've put it onto Meetup-only view just so that it doesn't seem as busy, but we're just going to go for a nice gentle hour ride, easy stuff. Yeah, and it's not too long a route really, is it? It's nice kind of short one, so we might get a couple of loops.
Yeah, it's only 10k, so we might get 2 or 3 laps in.
That's a response to Ricky asking how long it is. So if you are just joining us for this stream and you have not got the foggiest idea what we're doing, for the last couple of weeks we've been hosting a Lockdown Sunday Zwift stream. Basically, as the UK went back into lockdown for about 4 weeks, we decided every Sunday we were going to host a really easy Sunday ride that you could join us. So far, where have we been? We've done London, we did France last week, we're in Watopia this week, and then we are going back to France to finish off next week, which will be nice. And the whole concept behind them is they're just easy rides for about an hour. Great for the end of the week, especially if you've had some hard sessions. A great place to kind of meet some new people, get chatting. We've met some really lovely people during them, which has been great. Yeah, and it's just easy ride, get to enjoy the scenes. Great way for people to kind of band together in groups, especially if they've not actually ticked off a particular route. We don't always do the full route, but it's always a nice kind of starting place for them, I suppose. So yeah, today we've gone to Watopia, we've gone for a nice flat one, and yeah, there's 5 of us riding. Always confuses me when I look at the live chat and I'm like, cool too, and I'm like, it's us. So today we're in Watopia, and I think Watopia is probably one of the ones that people have done quite a lot, because it's basically the base one that's always around, and then you have kind of other guest ones that jump in and out. Yeah, so a lot of this might be familiar to you, but sometimes they're just kind of nice rides if you do need somewhere really flat. And you also get some really good scenery. I really enjoyed kind of going under the sea. And I must admit, it actually looked really quite fun from your view then, because I think you had the drone view. Just had this mysterious yellow light appearing from the sea. definitely need to speed up a bit. You guys are kind of like leaving me. So whilst we just kind of settle into the rhythm of the ride today, let's share with you some of the stuff coming up on our YouTube channel over the next, well, basically next 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So next week will be our last Lockdown Sunday Zwift ride. It will also be our last Lockdown Sunday Zwift stream. All the other streams are available on our YouTube channel, so you can go and check them out and watch them back. Pop them on, jump on the bike. It's great if you don't actually have Zwift, but you want to kind of join in and watch along. So next week's our final one of the lockdowns, and we are going to France. We are heading to RGV. I don't know the world very good, but I'm presuming it's quite a nice one to finish on. And then after that we will be hitting December, where Chris and I are hosting the annual Bikes and Laces Festive Challenge. Now, if you took part in our Festive Challenge last year and the year before, we're doing something a little bit similar. It's still kind of a run up to Christmas, only we're not doing a physical advent calendar this year. But you can check out all the details. So there is an intro video, and you can come and find us on Facebook. So you can take part in the group and get all regular updates. The general idea behind this festive challenge is just kind of to get active up to Christmas. So we've not made it specifically strength and conditioning or running or cycling. It's just kind of pick an activity and do something every day in the run up to Christmas. So this is kind of a great way for everybody to get involved. So if you've got family, if you've got kids, if you've got pets, if you're not a runner, not a cyclist, whatever it is, whoever you are, whatever your strength and skills are, you can take part in it. You just have to find something, stay active, raise the heart rate a bit for about 10 minutes every single day. So it's a great way to get active during the festive season and the run up to Christmas, kind of boost those spirits a little bit as well. This year we've also brought back prizes, so we're going to have 3 prizes up for grabs. We have released the details of said prizes and how you can get involved as well. So do go and check out the intro video and find out how to get involved, and make sure to come and find us on the Bikes and Laces Facebook page. Man, you guys are really dropping me. Got no leg power after yesterday's workout. So this is only my second time on the bike after the training camp last weekend. I'm not going to lie, I'm struggling quite a little bit.
East.
I was supposed to say easy. My spelling is not great. So this week I've actually managed to sort out the Zwift chat, so I can actually pick up people's messages, which is quite nice. I've also managed to actually sort out the Discord, so that works. So, you know. Lockdown stream's nearly over and I just about managed to get all the technical glitches sorted my end. Quarter of the way through. Nice little group. I actually quite like it on just meter tiny view. You can see a bit more.
Yeah, so when I organise rides, I always check if the world is open that day. If it's open, meter friendly. If it isn't, there will only be a couple of guys riding around the world. So it kind of adds a little bit to it. I think that's my favourite. It's when you ride on a closed world with just a few others.
So now I think this is my favourite, but this is one of my favourite sprints.
I hate this one, it's uphill.
No, there's just something quite, I don't know, bizarrely nice about this one. I think it's the familiarity of, I've done this one a lot.
I think it's too long as well, at 360 metres. We're just coming to the end of it. That's a long sprint.
It is, but I think that's maybe why I like it. Because it's not short and sharp. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not great on sprints. But I feel like I get a bit of help if it's longer. It makes sense in my head.
Nearly a third of the way through the ride.
But we are over a quarter from.
Yeah. What do you have on when you get cycling then?
What do I have on?
Out, yeah.
What, music-wise?
Yeah.
Depends on what I'm doing. So if I'm going for a hard session, I've got the Power Hour playlist, which is just lots of quite fast-paced, kind of heavy metalish songs. If I'm going for something a bit gentler, I've got a bit of a... It's just a big old random mix of stuff, really. There's a bit of everything from a bit of Linkin Park right through to, songs from the Rock and Horror Show. So there's a big old mix of everything. A couple of people in the chat have got workout playlists, no music, just the sound of the squeak of the tyres, and just the sounds of Watopia. So I must admit I'm more inclined to listen to music than nothing. I find it easier to get through.
I don't think I've ever listened to the world.
No, not really. Even when I do running, I kind of have to be plugged into music, which I find easier to do when I'm training indoors, because I can have both headphones in. Whereas outdoors, I've got to keep at least one out when I'm running. And I don't generally ride outdoors, so music's a little bit of a no-go.
If I'm riding outdoors, it's usually my heartbeat in my ears. On Zwift, if I'm doing a casual ride, I might watch a film or something. If I'm doing a workout or a race, I've got a couple of playlists just of everything from like really poppy pop to dubstep metal, old school hip hop.
A nice mix.
Yeah.
I suppose it's finding music to keep the legs ticking over to.
Just anything with some energy.
Yeah. It's like when I set up a playlist for running, there is a website where you can go and type in kind of your average beats per minute.
Yeah.
And it will give you songs based around that to kind of match. So if you're looking for something kind of a bit faster, or if you're going faster, or something a bit gentler. There's a really good running podcast out there that you can listen to, and they do two versions. So they do one with music for running to and one without. So that's quite nice.
We've done the first lap.
Nice easy 11k.
Managed to get hold of a smart trainer.
She's ordered one, but it's not in stock.
Yeah.
We were discussing this on the Discord this morning.
It'll be summer by the time that comes.
Yeah, smart trainers are difficult to get a hold of at the minute. I know I've been trying to get a hold of one for Chris. But there's a particular one he wants isn't actually in stock till what, next March?
Something like that.
The benefit of if I actually get round to getting you a smart trainer is I can have yours, which I think is a benefit. I'll be able to actually kind of do some proper watts and see how fast I can actually go, but it also means I'm going to feel all those hills, which I don't know if I'm ready for yet.
And if you get me a turbo trainer, that allows me to get a new time trial bike. You can have my old bike.
Hand-me-downs. To be fair, I think that's just the way I would work cycling anyway, because my preferred sport is running and always will be running. But cycling's my go-to when I'm injured. So I'm not as hooked on the idea of getting a brand new bike and brand new stuff. Having a lovely old chit chat down there. Really nice to see.
I don't say I can ride this course because it's only 10k. Yeah. We've got through that a couple of times in a workout. I never realised just how flat this route is.
It's nice though. This is one that's used quite a lot. I will use part of this. This is part of the route that's used quite a lot in one of the easy route rides I do.
I should have done this route yesterday.
Remember that?
This route yesterday. Where I'm doing 30-second sprint efforts and climbing at the same time.
I mean, I think I only just started that climb yesterday by the time the actual workout finished. And I definitely didn't have as much power in that workout yesterday as I did last time I did it. But, you know, things will be. So we're just coming up to the halfway mark. We've already gone round once. We might get another lap out.
We'll get this lap finished and then half for another.
My heart rate dropped out just like right there. Something plays havoc with my heart rate monitor. And it just kind of zip.
Look, am I looking at all the information I've got on my screen is from you? Is that my power though?
Yeah, that's definitely your power. We'll find out in a minute.
Yes, my power. Well,
I suppose even if you're watching me, you've still got to be able to see your power so you know what you're doing.
yeah, but I have the top.
I suppose it would have made more sense for that top corner to be your stuff.
That little blue box for the power
Yeah.
is reading yours.
dropped again. See, Ricky has the same issue as me when she hits hills, which is why she's accommodating for them and she's now up the front. I, on the other hand, am just keeping a gentle 90 watts, so I tend to get dropped every so often. Not majorly dropped, because the keep together will keep us together unless I'm facing the swap pedal, which is really good. So halfway through we've got another 30 minutes left of this route, and then that'll be us done for this week. Next week we are in RGB, which is, I don't know, flat route, hilly route? Rolling. Undulating hills.
Not hills,
no, but just rolling terrain.
Yeah.
Ooh. One of the riders with us is baking the cake. We can maybe do a bit of baking.
You can have a shower first.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shower before baking might be an idea. Let's see what cake they're making. Just a nice lemon cake. Someone's already baked some bread for breakfast earlier. Might do another small ride if they don't get the drops they need. So they're working towards drops for a new bike. I think I'm quite a bit off for drops for a new bike. Oh,
I don't know how the drops work. I know you get more if you ride with the...
Like the official events?
The partners.
Oh, the pacing partners.
Pace partners, that's it. I know you get more XP for doing events. I don't know if that translates into what. Drops.
See, I think I would struggle with pacing partners because I struggled with the Halloween ones they did.
I really do hate them.
That was just... I think that frustrated me, and what got me the most was the only way you could see that outfit was whilst you were with the pacing partner. So even though you've got... Well, I mean, I managed to get a helmet after, what, about an hour? Kind of spoiled it a bit. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll go and jump in and try and jump in with the pacing partner and see if I can keep up. That's a bit of a challenge. Actually, that could be a nice challenge. Pop that one in the memory bank. Actually, that might be a nice one to get the espresso team involved in.
In what?
A pacing challenge. Latch onto a pacing partner. Maybe I'll drop Chris a message later. That's if he doesn't jump on and watch this. So, people are baking cakes, small rides, nice showers. I think for us it's going to be a nice shower. Grab a nice bit of lunch, or at least stuff for lunch, and maybe a nice coffee. Well, I say coffee. Coffee for me. And either tea or hot chocolate for Chris. Not a big coffee drinker. I, on the other hand, live off the stuff. A little bit like my boss, actually. We don't like too much blood in our coffee system. So if you do jump onto this and you've taken part in the previous ones, then drop us a comment and let us know what you thought of the rides, what you thought of the streams. Are the easy group rides something that you would like to see more of? Is it something that you would possibly take part in a bit more of if you kept it going? We've got a couple of ideas flying around for some other bits we want to do. But I think the kind of easy Sunday Zwift ride is something I would like to keep going. It might not be as frequent as every week, but definitely something I'd like to keep going. One of them was asking how last Sunday's went. It was a nice one, it was a nice short one. It was nice seeing a bit of France. I think might definitely need to invest in cycling shoes.
Yeah?
Yeah. So whenever Chris and I ride together, it's like it's basically looking at someone who's done this for a long time and someone who's a bit of a newbie to it. Someone's having a post-ride bucket of cappuccino. So Chris has got kind of like the full proper setup, cycling kit, cycling shoes. I've got some sort of cycling kit. That's for comfort, but I'm still riding in trainers on flat pedals. I do find though, and it would be interesting to see if other people maybe have this if they ride in trainers on bikes, that I tend to clench my toes more, and I don't know if it's because I'm trying to hold on to the pedals. So yeah, if you jump in and you're watching the stream and you have a similar issue, because maybe you ride on flat pedals and in trainers, then let me know. Maybe that could be an interesting question to pose to some of the Zwift groups. I would anticipate most of them are probably in clip-in shoes. Someone's just completed a weekly distance goal. I did set the goals on Zwift at some point, but I don't think I've ever actually completed one. And then back up to my favourite sprint section. Just my 300 Zwift mile target for the month. I don't have a mileage target for cycling. Do you have a mileage target for cycling, or is it just kind of...
Mileage is one of the worst in cycling. Because, you know, if you're trying to hit a mileage in your training, you know, we did from 2 last weekend.
Yeah.
That took me 80 minutes to do 20k. Yeah, on
Yeah.
the flat. And I can push hard on the flat. So I think time, I've swapped everything, like all my metrics on Strava are now time rather than distance based. Because of the mantra now that all time needs to be accounted for. I always want my time, but no junk miles. everything has to be for a reason.
Yeah.
How much is miles in km?
What is it? 1.6?
1 mile is 1.6k.
Yeah. So
It's like 3 to 2. 3k to 2 miles. It's like a rough average.
there's now a bit of maths going on in the Zwift chat. Trying to calculate 300 miles to whatever it is in kilometres.
Always working kilometres. The cycling measurement. Now plus, see if you're riding with a group and you want to up the pace a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're looking in miles per hour, each decimal is more than a decimal of a kilometre. So you're going to up it faster.
That makes sense.
Working kilometres. It's just it's like measuring. It's measuring in like fractions of inches. You're measuring in centimetres. No, it's just more precise.
See now, running, I'll kind of follow the typical like race distance. So 5s and 10s I'll do in kilometres. Half marathons and marathons I'll do in miles.
Yes.
Because even though a mile feels longer than a kilometre, it feels like it ticks down quicker. And I think I'd much rather have to go through 26 miles than 42 kilometres because it just sounds better.
See, in a big bike or a sporting or a big endurance training run, I'll do both.
Yeah.
So I can tip down to say 50k, and I know that at 80k is 50 miles.
Yeah.
So I'll work for 50k. 50 miles.
So we're coming into 3/4 of the way through. We've done about 20k. About 15 minutes left. Ish.
I'm going to get 130 if we do.
Do you think we can do 10k in 15 minutes?
That's 4k an hour. Maybe 27k.
I love how we're still Team Chambers. We haven't been as a group to a spin class in a while now, but we are still Team Chambers. So one of the people we've got in the Zwift ride today is Chris's dad, my brother-in-law. And between the four of us, so his mum and dad, Chris and myself, will be going to do spin sessions. And we have the 4 bikes at the back of the class before they kind of rotated it all around. And yeah, kind of became Team Chambers, and that's never really gone, has it? So, 15 minutes left. There's a lot in the chat in a minute about holidays that should have happened this year. I think it must have been when we got, what, April, May, we decided that this year was just a write-off for pretty much everything. Race-wise, it was already going downhill. The lots being cancelled. Travel didn't happen.
I just want to get across the border and ride the tumble in Wales.
Yeah, I mean, even that became...
That's how the picture.
Yeah. Travelling too far, and then we're back in national lockdown. Although you wouldn't think it that much looking sometimes outside. Still a lot of people out there. Look, they're all bonding over Malta now. It's great. But then this is the whole point of these rides. It's a nice, easy hour, keep the legs ticking over, gentle workout. But it's also a great place to talk, so you can chat about, like, chatting about holidays, Malta, cake, goals. It's just great kind of place to be. So yeah, you can, if you want to, rest of the day relax and eat cake. That sounds like a plan, really, doesn't it? If you want to get involved in next week's We Are Heading to France, drop us a comment and we'll let you know how you can do that. Alternatively, if you follow us on Bikes and Laces on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, you will find the details there and you can get involved. Yeah, head to France to round up the Lockdown Zwift stream. So do let us know your thoughts on them. There's not even a pet here at the moment, like they're planning on getting another one.
Another pony for the stable.
Probably.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at aero bikes.
Why? One man can voice it out. Back under the water. about 10 minutes left. How far are we going to get in 10 minutes? We're 24.5 at the minute.
So we've done 25k in 50 minutes. Well, we might make 30k.
I was supposed to say who's. My spelling's great on my phone. Except we got whoa! Well, if you can't make an idiot of yourself on a live stream, when can you? Is that supposed to be a person? Or is that just a K?
I think that's an emoji, but Zwift doesn't like emojis.
I'll take that as a me.
No, nothing.
Oh, he's just sending us a random equal sign and a code. Brilliant. If anybody happens to know what that might equate to, please let us know. It's always great to learn something new.
So I'm up in my car for this about 10 minutes. We're going to rate an average of 3.2. That's the average you need to maintain time out for Zwift in an hour, apparently.
I mean, I haven't even targeted out for Zwift.
My
Then top is the highest I've done so far.
then top is harder than
In fact, I don't even think I climbed it. I think I got halfway up. And then I physically couldn't go any further.
So yeah, my club right. Hence we're a bit of a surprise next week. We do a non-rubber banded right about the Zwift.
So I'm going to take you. Ooh, leveled up. That'll be April. She's the only tasty I'm following. I wonder if I can find her. minutes, 5.5 minutes-ish till the end of the stream. It's been a nice ride. Good on the legs. Great chat. And yeah, only one more of these to go. Take it easy and cool down for the next 5 minutes. It's been nice to have the chat be a bit more active this time as well. I've got a really numb toe. Random thought of the day for you all. So yeah, good chat, good ride. Finish off in France and then we'll keep you updated on future live streams, videos, etc. So if you jump onto this and you are not already a subscriber of the Bikes and Laces channel, then do hit that subscribe button, it helps us out massively. And you can find lots of fun content on there. Kind of little how-tos, plenty of Zwift streams, and yeah, just enjoy some of the fun and games and shenanigans we get up to. So plenty of fun things coming up over the next few weeks, so do go and check them out. And you can also come find us on Facebook, where we have the group, and we've also got the Solomon Sloth group as well. He's the team mascot. You can find us on Instagram, which is where we post a lot, and Twitter, where I jump on Twitter quite a bit, but I don't know. You know, a lot of other people might find the same about Twitter. It just doesn't seem as friendly as the others. So, but we are present on Twitter. You will find all our posts on there. So, whichever site you're on, you can find us. You can also come and find us on LinkedIn. We have actually got a LinkedIn page. That one I'm still getting my head around. So yeah, bear with us for that. And if you just want to find out a bit more about myself and Chris, then you can also head to our website at bikesandlaces.co.uk. So yeah, do go and check it out. Let's see if I can get this sprint a little bit faster before we finish the stream. Hopefully without bouncing around too much. I might bring the time down a little bit, not much. Okay. 8% faster.
We're going to do it 600, 500 meters short.
Possibly.
30k.
pretty much wraps this group ride up. $29.500 meters short. So one of the great things is when you come out of the meetup chat and then you're thrown into the world, and the first message that pops up is snakes alive. I've got no idea what they were talking about prior to that, but the first one that popped up in capital letters was snakes alive. So thank you for that, whoever messaged that one. So yeah, that wraps up this week's Lockdown Sunday Zwift ride. Join us again next week as we head to France. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, get involved, drop us some messages. See if we get to 30. Round it up. Odd numbers spoken. Today everybody is strong. Yes, I agree with that. Today everybody is strong. 30k done, 1 hour done. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again next week over in France for the last Lockdown Sunday Zwift.